ask you right now what your favorite Disney Renaissance movie is, according to a survey of Georgia Tech freshmen, there's approximately a 0% chance of you saying, "Oh, I love The Rescuers Down Under. Want to watch it with me tonight?" This reaction is usually saved for films like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast, not Rescuers Down Under. In this sequel to the 1977 film The Rescuers, two daring mice rush to Australia to save a young noble boy named Cody, who fell into the clutches of the evil poacher McLeach. With a hilarious transport to Australia on the back of Wilbur the albatross, and the antics of Frank the bearded lizard, whom Cody meets in McLeach's prison, the movie is funny and entertaining. So why is The Rescuers Down Under so forgettable? Why did one Georgia Tech student say, "I completely forgot that movie existed, much less that it was a Disney movie, until I read your survey"? Perhaps it's because it simply does not last long enough to make an impression. Rescuers is only 1 hour and 17 minutes long, making it the shortest of the Disney Renaissance films. The others have an average length of approximately 88 minutes. That's 10 minutes longer than The Rescuers Down Under. In these 10 minutes, Disney failed to conclude a number of questions, leaving, at least this viewer, very unsatisfied. Is this why the box office earnings for The Rescuers Down Under were significantly smaller than the other Renaissance movies? So, what did Disney leave out that has been so disappointing to viewers? They failed to conclude a number of plot lines at the end of the movie that could have strengthened the themes of the film. What happened to the scatterbrained Frank, Kangaroo, and the pessimistic Koala, who are still trapped in McLeach's lair? Did Cody eventually remember them and set them free to roam the outback once more? Disney's failure to conclude this plotline undermines the theme of Cody's nobility and his dedication to the creatures of his home. What about the theme of family and motherhood that could have been so beautiful, but that was so overlooked? This movie ends with Cody and the mice soaring off into the starry night on the back of Marhute, the golden eagle. But how long did Cody's mother have to wait to learn that her son was not in fact dead, as she believed? What about Marahute's eaglets? Research shows that newborn birds will become attached to the first moving object that they see. Does this mean that the eaglets will forever recognize Wilbur as their mother? Marahute demonstrates dedication to her eggs throughout the movie, but does not return to them as soon as possible, and instead embarks on a flight that the audience does not see the end of. This is out of character, and diminishes the theme of dedication and care of a mother. How does Bernard save Cody from the river? Even a child must recognize the pull of a mouse on a rope would be completely insignificant compared to the current of a river that whisked away a tall and strong man. It seemed like a quick fix that was just used to get the movie over with. So why does Rescuers end so quickly with so many questions unanswered? Perhaps the makers didn't really care about the story that they were creating, as they were more focused on the new animation techniques that they were experimenting with. If someone not interested in the novel animation technologies wanted to remake The Rescuers Down Under, what should they do to make their production more impactful, memorable, and thus successful? Well, here's my suggestion for how the movie should have ended to make the story more realistic and make the themes more clear. When McLeach captures Marhute and Miss Bianca, instead of him capturing Jake as well, how about Jake the kangaroo rat manages to avoid capture and, as he knows the outback like the back of his paw, rushes to find Cody's mother? While this is happening, McLeach strings up Cody and prepares to feed him to the crocodiles. Bernard cleverly uses his trickery and his friend the Razorback to distract McLeach and Joanna and send McLeach tumbling into the waters below, as occurs in the original movie. But what if instead of Bernard jumping into the river, Cody's mother arrives to pull the crane away from the water just as the rope begins to break, saving her son's life? They then free Marahute, who soars to her nest to witness the hatching of her eggs with Wilbur. As she watches this new life emerge, Cody and his mother return to McLeach's lair to free Frank and his friends. This ending is more realistic and allows the theme of brave, protective mothers to be emphasized at the end of the movie. Do you think this ending needs an epic theme song? Well, we did too. If you're interested, check out our song Welcome Home on our website.